All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into why I took this trade today, January 20th. Sorry about that. And yeah, so basically we had a pretty bullish order flow coming into New York session off of London session. Once we made this high here, close through this with displacement, ended up getting a nice retracement back to equilibrium here, ended up retracing back to OTE on NQ, right? After that, again, our new week opening gap was our main drawn liquidity here. Our main trade ID was 3.5R, ended up never reaching for it, right? We're in this trade for a full hour. The trade you guys are about to watch soon was a whole hour long, right? Which is never heard of before by me. And yeah, we had this nice 5-minute liquidity sweep here at these lows, as you guys will be able to see right here, right? This big wick ended up sweeping all this shit here, and then entered as soon as this candle opened, basically, right? So, and then from there, 1 minute IFVG for entry, which basically went against my weight right away, right? So we got the inverse right here off of this bearish gap, right? And then as soon as we got this inverse, it instantly went against me, right? Entered right as the candle closed. And yeah, basically almost stopping me out here, but not fully. I had my stop at this low for a bit there because I was expecting possibly a liquidity sweep, which we never got. If a candle had closed through these lows, I would have stepped out. And then sat and drawn off for about 20 minutes and nice displacement all the way up to our BE point, basically almost instantly, right? So thank God for that. And then we ended up closing the trade out for a 1.5R, stopped in profit. Again, because we made this SMT with NQ. So from there, I was trailing pretty aggressively and we just got stopped out. So I hope you guys do enjoy the trade. It's a long one. So be in it for the long haul. Like, comment, subscribe if you guys like these videos. And I'll catch you guys later. All right, so here we enter the trade, right, which immediately goes against us. And we ended up, the stop loss wasn't quite put just yet, so we ended up putting it, and ended up being a 3.5R with that stop loss in place. Again, if the candle closed through, though, we would have stepped out. And we ended up with some nice displacements fairly soon here, coming in to go all the way to our BE point, basically, right here, right? So we get a nice displacement here. We're really happy about that. And trade goes BE as soon as we hit that BE point, and now we're just let it ride, right? And you guys are about to witness actual trade management live in action, right? So we don't move our stop. We're letting the trade ride out. And at this point, we're very confident in our draw and liquidity, right? There's no consolidation. We're just closing higher and higher. And then, so our draw liquidity, or our stop stays break even, and our trade just keeps riding up. And at some point, it's like, okay, now we've been chilling here for a while. We're gonna move stop and profit around where I wouldn't really want to see this trade come back. And instead of coming back, I realized my trade's a little close to EQ, so I ended up moving it back down in case it wants to just make that lower or higher low, I should say, right? And so we kind of let this thing play out. Now our stop is back right at break even, right? We've accepted the risk anyways on this trade, so we're just going to let this thing ride out. Fair value gap here is holding, which is not the best that you want to see. Ends up pushing back out of it, and at this point, NQ makes the SMT right here, right? So at this point, we're just trailing very aggressively. We just get stopped out.